Hi sewists and aspiring sewists, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doyen, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make this sleeveless jersey. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then you want to keep watching this video till the end. So in order to achieve a sleeveless jersey, you're going to be needing these basic materials here. The first thing I have here is this black and white band, which is going to be around my armhole and my neckline area. Next is this customized inscription, which is what we're going to be designing on the jersey. Then for the fabric, we're going to be working with this original pom-pom fabric. I also refer to this as a jersey fabric, and what we have here is about 1 yard, which is going to be sufficient for this tutorial. Next, again, this is the standard measurements we are going to be using to achieve this sleeveless jersey. So with no further delay, let's just get right into it. So after laying my fabric on a double fold, which includes the front and back, I'm going to go ahead to measure the length of my jersey. So for this jersey, the length I'm going to be working with is 28 inches. So all I just need to do is add my folding allowance to it. So I'm going to add 1.5 inches allowance to the 28 inches. So what I'm going to measure here as my length would be 29.5. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to mark dots on different angles, and I'm basically going to be connecting these dots together, just as you can see on your screen. So once you're done with that, the next thing you want to do is to measure your shoulder. So for my shoulder here, I have 15 inches. So 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm just going to take out 1 inch from the 7.5. So what we have left is 6.5. Now the 1 inch I'm taking out from this 7.5 is the allowance for the band I'm going to be attaching round my armhole. I hope you understand. So what we're going to be using here will be 6.5. So I added half inch allowance to 6.5. So what I have measured here is 7 inches. The half inch is for seam allowance. I hope you understand. Then on my neckline here, I'm going to measure 2.5 as my neckline width. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch. So the first neckline I'm drafting here is for the back side of my jersey. Hope you understand. So I'm just going to use my French curve to trace out a curve around this neckline, just as you can see me do on your screen. So once you have that done, then you want to measure the front side of your neckline as well. So for the neckline depth, I want to go by measuring 4.5, or let me just come down by 5 inches. So it depends on how deep you want it to be. If you want it to be deeper, because the jersey, it can be deeper than that, you can measure 6 inches, 6.5, depending on how chubby you are and all of that. So I'm just going to measure, I'm just going to mark a curve around this towards the the width point of my neckline. So this is what we have. So we have a neckline for the back and the front side. I hope you understand. Then from my shoulder here, I'm going to come down by half inch, 0.5. Then I'm going to connect a straight line towards the neckline point, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. Because we're working with a jersey and it is sleeveless, I'm coming down by half of an inch. If I was working with a round neck, then I would have done that. I would have made it 1 inch. I hope you understand. Then for my armhole here, I'm going to come down by 9.5. So if I'm working with a large size, or maybe an extra large, I could come down by 10 inches or 10.5. Then for this other part here, I'm going to maintain the same shoulder line, which we measured as 7 inches, which I'm going to use in forming the straight line. I hope you understand. So the armhole is 9.5, while the shoulder is 7 inches. I hope you understand. Then on my armhole here, I'm going to mark the center point, which is about 4.75. Then I'm going to come in by 0.5 here. Then on this angle here, I'm going to come out by 1 inch here. Then I'm going to position my French curve, just as you can see me do right here. So basically, I'm just going to be connecting these dots together, just as you can see me do here. So I'm just going to adjust my French curve so I can connect the dots together, just as you can see on your screen. So once we're done with that, this is what it looks like. So the next thing here is my body measurement. My body measurement is 44 inches. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So I'm going to add half inch allowance to the 11 inches. So what I'm going to be measuring here will be 11.5. So I'm just going to measure that downward. So once I'm done drafting this out, I'm just going to go ahead to cut. So the first thing we're doing here is cut out the back side neckline. Then I'm just going to cut the rest of what we have here. So once I'm done with that, the next thing will be to separate the back bodies from the front bodies. So I'm just going to put this aside. Then we're going to cut out the neckline of the front bodies, which is what you can see me do on your screen. So I'm just going to adjust this, and align it together to make sure that I am cutting the right part. Then I'm going to just carefully cut out the shape of my neckline. So after cutting, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to couple everything together, just as you can see. So the first thing here is you're going to be joining the shoulder lines together. So this is the back bodies, and I'm going to position the front bodies on the back bodies, which means the right face will be facing each other while the wrong face will be what will be outside. I hope you understand. So once I align this together, then I'm just going to go ahead to make a stitch around the shoulder line. So make sure that this part is properly aligned together before stitching on this part. Next, I'm going to spread out my armhole like this. Then I'm going to be attaching this band towards the armhole area. So I'm going to position it just as you can see me do right here. So I'm just going to slightly stretch it around the armhole. Now for this particular jersey sleeveless, you don't need to stretch the band as much as you stretch a cotton weave, because you don't want it to shrink too much, except you don't want the armhole area to be wide. But if you want the armhole area to be wide, to be very free, then you shouldn't stretch it too much. Just stretch slightly. It will even stretch itself even if you don't stretch it. So just make sure that you're stretching slightly, so that by the time you iron it, it's going to be straight. The only reason why you should stretch it is if you don't want the armhole to be wide, and normally a sleeveless jersey armhole is usually wide, like it's usually free, very free around the armhole. I hope you understand. So I'm also going to repeat the same thing here. Also make sure that I position my band like this, making sure that I'm not stretching too much while I am attaching this around my armhole area. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. This is how my armhole area looks like. So the next thing here will be to attach this band to my neckline. So this is the remaining band that I'm going to be attaching to the neckline area. So I'm just going to measure the circumference of my neckline, just as you can see me do right here. So I'm going to measure just as you can see me do on your screen. So you don't have to stretch it because you are working with a stretchy fabric. So what I have here is 10.5. So I'm going to deduct 2 inches from 10.5. So what will be left with will be 8.5. So I'm just going to measure 8.5 on my band, just as you can see me do on your screen. So once I'm done measuring the 8.5, I'm just going to go ahead to cut. So this 8.5, I don't need to add a sewing allowance because I'm working with a stretchy fabric. So once I have that done, I'm just going to join this on my overlock machine. So after joining, this is what we have. So I'm just going to be attaching this around my neckline. So the first thing you want to do here is to locate the shoulder joining of your neckline, which is what you can see. Then come behind the shoulder joining by 1 inch. So once you have that pointed out, you're just going to position the joining of your band around that area. So what we're trying to do here is to make sure that the joining of the neckline band is not visible at the front side of our jersey, you understand? So the joining should be positioned towards the back of your neckline. So once you have that done, you're just going to make a round stitch around your neckline, just as you can see me do right here. So basically I'm just going to be sewing this around my neckline. I'm going to make sure that the neckline band circulates around the measurement I have on my neckline. So after sewing, this is what we have. This is what my neckline looks like. So the next thing you want to do here is to top stitch on your armhole and your neckline. So I'm going to be top stitching on this part of my fabric here, and I'm also going to do the same thing on this other side, and also on my neckline I'm going to be top stitching. So basically you're top stitching on the fabric, not on the band. I hope you understand. So after top stitching, this is what it looks like. So by the time we're done ironing, the game is going to change. I hope you understand. So the next thing we're just going to do here is trim whatever excess we have around this armhole area. So you can see that we have a little excess here, so I'm just going to trim that on this side. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this other side as well. So the next thing to do here is to join the side of my jersey. So I'm just going to turn it over to the wrong face, just as you can see. Then I'm going to connect the side area together, connect the band area together, just as you can see. I'm going to pin it down. Then I'm going to align it like this, just as you can see. So I'm basically trying to align my band area so that there is no alternation before joining. So once I have that secured, I'm going to be joining both sides, just as you can see. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to reconfirm my body measurement, which is 22 inches. So what we have here is exactly 22 inches. So on the right face, this is what it looks like. This is how my sleeveless jersey is looking like. So what you just need to do is align it properly, just as you can see me do on your screen. So the next thing here will be to fold the downside. So I'm going to be using my taping machine for that. Then next, you want to confirm the armhole if it aligns together. So after folding, this is what it looks like. So we have a double stitch here. So if you don't have a taping machine, you can just make a straight stitch, on this downside. Just make sure that you weave it first before folding. So once you have all of this done, the next thing you want to do is to iron it. So after ironing, this is what it looks like. So you can see that we're able to transform this by basically ironing the jersey. So the next thing here is to properly align my inscription on this jersey. So this is what comes first. I'm just going to position this on this chest area. Then I'm going to position this boasting on this part. It's going to be at the center. So I'm just going to align it together like this. So I'm just going to measure what we have on both sides to make sure that my inscription is centralized. So if I thought there is a part that is wider than the other, I will just adjust it, so that it fits into what I need. I hope you understand. So I'm going to adjust this 11 as well to make sure that it is equal to what I need. I'm making sure that the sides also align. So I just want to adjust this Nike sign as well. So once I have this done, I'm just going to go ahead to heat this up on my heat pressing machine. So guys, here's the final look of what we just created. So if you've been trying this, you want to let me know in the comment section. And if you're to subscribe to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe, like, comment on this particular video, and share to your loved ones. And I'm going to see you again in the next video. Bye.